Hey guys, welcome to Talk to Me Tuesday. It's Tuesday, January 27th, 2015. This is Jennifer. So I'm going to start out today on a very somber note. I am outside because I wanted to show you 3 completed quilts today. 2 of them are old and 1 of them is new. The one behind me was made for me by my grandma. My grandma passed away last week, and it's been a very sad week for the family. It's been a very sad week for me. She obviously was a quilter, and she was a quilter before rotary cutters, and everything was cut out with templates and scissors, and she made everything on her old Singer sewing machine. And my grandma she was a wonderful woman, and I just wanted to share that with you guys because it is important to me that I'm also a quilter, and it's a thing that both of my grandmothers did, and it's a thing that my mom does, and it's a thing that my great-grandmother did, and it matters to me that this is a tradition that I can carry on. There are a lot of women in my family that have quilted, and that makes me very happy. The quilt you see behind me now is an antique quilt that I got, I think, at a charity sale. I'm not entirely sure. I've had it for a really long time. I'm not a big pink fan, but I loved this one red block right here, and last year I sat down and figured this design out, and I replicated this quilt, which is what I'm going to show you next. So anyway, this one is, I don't know where it came from. I don't know who made it. Doesn't have a label or anything. It is, you can probably see there are some places where the batting is starting to come out, and that the edges are completely worn away because it's just a single fold binding where you fold the back over to the front, and it's just gone. It's completely worn away. So anyway, I loved this design, so I figured it out, and I made a quilt that looks not exactly like this, but is inspired by this. So this quilt normally hangs on a quilt stand in my house so that you can see this red square because I love this star. So this is my version of the quilt that I just showed you, and I called it Pop Star because I did use the red star. I didn't put it here, I put it here, but I really like the one red star, the red and blue star. That's my homage to the other quilt. It is the same layout. I didn't put the extra strips on the sides. I just made that a little bit wider. And I actually made this at retreat last year. I cut everything out before I went, and I had all the stars in little bags, and then I just sat and sewed all the stars. I laid it out. I got the whole thing done. The quilt top was entirely done when I came home in March of last year, and then I didn't do anything with it. I was trying to find a back, and I actually bought 3 backs for this quilt. The first one I ordered online, and it came, and it was more brown than gray, and it just clashed horribly with the front. So this is actually Kona cotton. I think it's Silver is the name of it. And then the second back I got was closer, but I still wasn't happy. So the first back is actually going to go on my Princess Bride quilt. And then the back I ended up finding for it, which I'll show you in just a minute, I think I found at Hancock's of Paducah, and it was perfect. It pulled colors from the front, and the gray coordinated, and you can actually see maybe a little bit. I used it for the binding, so it doesn't jump out at you. It's very subtle, but I really, really like the way it came out. So this quilt was quilted by a local friend of mine, and she did a gorgeous job. She used a pantograph, and I will show you the close-up of the quilting in a minute. It's amazing. Really finished it out. The negative space is very rich now because of the quilting she did. And this is actually going to be a gift that I'm probably going to give away this week. The only reason I'm showing this today is the person I'm giving it to doesn't watch my video. It shouldn't be a spoiler, but anyway, I'm not going to say who it's for just in case. Also, I don't have this outside to show you because it's not quite done yet, but I have a hot dog pillowcase in progress. I've already sewn the top on, and I just need to finish it up. I just spent 10 minutes on it this morning, and I like to gift my quilts inside of a pillowcase. So I will, I'm actually going to wash this before I give it away, and I need to go buy color catchers today just in case, because you never know. I'm going to finish up the pillowcase, and then I'll fold the quilt and put it in the pillowcase. And it does have a label on it, which I'm not going to show you today because it has the recipient's name on it, but I will take pictures, and once I've gifted it, I will share some pictures of everything done. I did one of my little corner labels where you take a square of muslin and you fold it in half on the diagonal so that you get, you can catch the 2 raw edges in the corner, and then I blind stitched across the open edge. So I'll show you a picture of that next week. And if I forget, just nudge me and I'll put a picture up next week. I did do a little bit of hand stitching. I finished 2 letters on my Princess Bride quilt over the weekend when I was visiting a friend, and we were doing a little sewing. And I haven't really done anything else because I've been doing a lot of designing. I've been working on updating the Project of Doom blocks, and I'm working as far ahead as I can so that I already have lots of notes scribbled about what I want to do, but you know, it's not completely done. So I get as much work done on that as I can every week and get as far ahead as I can. And pretty much once I found my grandmother had passed, that's all I worked on. Was I just drew and I drew and I drew, and I even designed an embroidery pattern for from an old sketch that I had made that I'm hoping to get stitched up. But I'm not allowing myself to embroider anything until I finish my Princess Bride quilt, so it'll have to wait just a little while. So there will be a new Project of Doom block tomorrow. Make sure you check that out because there will be variations again, which that went over really well last week. I'm glad you guys enjoyed that. And let's see what else. I think that's pretty much it. Just Project of Doom tomorrow. Keep an eye on that. I have a lot of Fandom and Stitches site updates I need to make, and I will make those. I've had a lot on my mind, and I haven't sat down and done all of that. So if you're looking for patterns in the Pages archives, and by archives I mean like the page that says Harry Potter and has all the Harry Potter squares, that's a page. That's an archive. That's an archive of all the patterns. I haven't updated that yet. So if you click on the Project of Doom banner, you will find all of the current updated blocks, and until I get those pages updated, that's where you can find those. And I think that's going to be it. You guys be sure and post a video so that you can be in Alya's drawing, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.